Hello everybody, it's your bro Joe and welcome to the channel. So in today's video guys, we are back in MTG Arena and we're going to be trying out a different deck today. So this one is called Blue Bypass because of course we're playing mono blue and there is security bypass in here. But what we're really trying to do is play kind of a mono blue tempo deck where we get a bunch of small guys out in the beginning and then we kind of control the game later on. So this is rather similar to what's been going around in Standard recently with the Azorius tempo and the Selesnya tempo with Illuminator Virtuoso and Storm Tracer Drake, where you kind of target them and something happens. But this deck is not really necessarily based around targeting your creatures and something happening. It's a lot kind of around drawing cards and then also just swinging in unblocked with Suspicious Stowaway. And then, stopping them from casting their spells that kill your creatures with Syncopate, Test of Talents, and Negate. So that's pretty much what the deck is trying to do. Let's dive in a little bit more to the specifics of each card. So in our creature spot, we have Ascendant Spirit. It is a 1-drop and it is a snow creature. So of course we're going to be playing snow lands in here. We have 23 of those. We don't really have any of the special lands in there like Otawara, which you could probably throw it in there and might see some space, but I just figured no, let's just kind of stick to what we're trying to do, play creatures, snow lands, and hopefully win it really quick. So anyway, Ascendant Spirit is an amazing 1-drop. You play it turn 1, and then on turn 2, it gives you a lot of flexibility on what you want to do. Either you can play one of your 2-drops, or you can swing in, and then let's say they have a blocker that has 2 toughness. They can block, and maybe they didn't see this ability. You can pay 2 snow mana and have it become a 2/3 Spirit Warrior. It keeps on getting better as the turns go on, and you can actually just pass the turn and activate this on the opponent's turn as well, which makes Syncopates and Negates amazing. So another 1-drop that we have is Delver of Secrets. This card, is a throwback. It's an amazing card. So this card says at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If an instant or sorcery card is revealed this way, transform Delver of Secrets. And he becomes a 3/2 flyer, possibly by turn 2, which is amazing. A 1-mana 3/2 flyer to go over the top and start taking the opponents down as early as turn 2, which is amazing. So our 2-drops, that's all actually going to be it for the 1-drop creatures, is Fairy Vandal, which has Flash and Flying, and whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Fairy Vandal. Now this card is very versatile as well. You can have it in your hand but not play it. You can hold up a counter spell for the opponent's turn, and let's say they don't play anything, you can go ahead and flash this out on their end step and then get the value the next turn as you go and draw cards, maybe with a Suspicious Stowaway or the Thirst for Discovery, etc., etc. Last but not least, in our creature spot, we have Suspicious Stowaway. Now this card is really sweet for a 2-drop. It has Daybound and Nightbound, so that means it flips depending on whether it's day or night. It can't be blocked, and when it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. But on its flip side, when it deals combat damage to a player, just draw a card, period, which is great to have all of that card advantage because then you can draw into all of your counter spells. You can draw into maybe Security Bypass, your protection spells, and all of that fun stuff. So that's kind of it for the creatures there. Let's go ahead and get into all of the instant sorceries and protection spells. Starting over here, we have Fading Hope. We're running blue. You got to play Fading Hope. It helps you scry. It slows down the opponent. Just an amazing card. We also have Slip Out the Back, which is great against target removal. Let's say they're trying to kill one of our creatures. We can go ahead and put a 1/1 counter on it, and then it phases out, so their spell doesn't kill the creature. We also have March of Swirling Mist, which is actually probably one of the best cards in here because let's say the opponent is also a creature deck. They're playing a crap ton of creatures. We can go ahead and play this card for however many creatures we want to phase out, and those guys will phase out, go to our turn, we swing in and hopefully finish the game off. You can also exile blue cards from your hand, and for each blue card it costs 2 less to cast, which is great when maybe we're drawing into a bunch of lands or such. Alright, then over here we have our counter spells. We have Negate, which is an insanely good counter spell in Standard right now. Barely in Standard right now, but it's really good against all of the sweepers. Even Meat Hook Massacre is a non-creature spell. Even Doomscar, non-creature spell. All of the sweepers that would ever kill our guys is a non-creature spell. So that's why this card is so good. Because it's good against those. It's also good against target removal. All all that nastiness. We also have Test of Talents, which is an amazing card against instant or sorcery spells. My favorite thing that I've done with this guy is countering a Blood in the Snow. And so basically you get to look through their library, their hand, and their graveyard, exile all cards like with that same name, and then, you know, the opponent, if they have any of those in their hand, they draw a card for each one that was taken out of their hand. But this is amazing. It says, hey, that's a win con for you. Sorry, but it's not. You don't have it anymore. So that's why this card is so good. And last but not least, for the counter spells, we have Syncopate. This card is also amazing. It kind of stays within the range of, you know, mana value that we're trying to play. It's just 1 blue, and then however many we want to play. It's good for the late game, it's good for early game, just an amazing card, and it exiles whatever is being countered. Alrighty, our last 2 cards in the deck is Security Bypass, which is a pretty solid card. I'd say we only have 3 in here because it's not always amazing. It allows the creature to not be blocked if it attacks alone, and then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you connive. And conniving is okay. It's not my favorite because you draw and then you have to discard. It reminds me of Faithful Mending. If you play Faithful Mending, you get to gain 2 life, draw 2, and then discard 2. So you don't really ever get too much card advantage with it. So this card is good, but if you were looking to ever take anything out of the deck, Security Bypass might be something that you could take out and add something else. And then last but not least, we have Thirst for Discovery, aka Search for the Count's Castle. I just loved this card's art, so I had to go ahead and get the alternate art. You draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a basic land. And that's especially good in our deck here because we're running 23 lands, not 22. And so if you draw 3 and at least one of them's a basic land, you can discard that instead of discarding 2 cards. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the deck. Play a bunch of small creatures, counter the spells that the opponent is trying to kill your creatures with, and then, you know, phase out the opponent's creatures if they're ever going to kill you off, and then hopefully take the win that way. One thing I want to do before I hop into the gameplay is actually show you guys how much each deck that I play costs in paper, because a lot of you guys out there actually watch Arena because you want to like find deck ideas for paper. So this right here is basically a deck layout for each card that is in the deck. You got everything right here except for the snow lands that I use because those cost a whole lot more. And actually through TCG Player right here, you can order all the cards for $20. And I'm sure you can find that on Card Kingdom. You can find that on any other platform where you can order cards. So that's just a little something kind of for your information that this is a pretty cheap deck. I'm actually one who goes to like the local game stores, looks it up on the little computer and buys it. And $20 is something for me that is entirely worth it. So there's just a little something for you. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much it here for the deck intro. Just go ahead and sit back, relax, and let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty, this is a pretty good hand. Delver, Suspicious Stowaway, Slip Out Back, so decent protection. Up against the life gain, looks like. We'll go Delver. We got a Syncopate, not bad at all. See if they got a Prosperous Innkeeper here if they're playing mono white. Alright, we don't want to reveal that Delver. So we will swing in first, Stowaway. It becomes day. Okay, so it is Selesnya. I feel like they just drew this, though. Okay. Say, let's go ahead and swing in with Stowaway and Delver. We have a backup Delver. See if we can get that block. Nope. Draw a card, discard the lands. Something I was debating is going down to maybe 22 lands in this deck. I've been drawn into a lot of land. It's just hard to get... it's just hard to not have enough land either. So let's play Delver. We could have made it go night here, but I think I'm fine with it being day for now. Yep, Righteous Valkyrie, Syncopate that for 1. That's why we're playing counter spells. That is why we are playing counter. Alright, we get a free swing in next turn. Test the talents off the top. I say we reveal it just so we can get in for that damage. Okay, lands. We'll go ahead and swing in. Boom. And discard the lands and pass. So it becomes nighttime. We gotta just draw a card every time it deals damage, and we can counter or protect based on what they play. They're kind of more of a creature-based deck here. I'm assuming it's going to be angels, like angel life gain. I don't know where the blue has a place in this. Ah, Falco. Okay. Yes. That's a demon. It's a good card. Insectile Aberration is just big enough to kill it. They do have the shield counter though, so we'll see. Another land. Yeah, maybe 22 is the play. We'll go to combat, swing it with Seafaring. Draw a card, negate. Alright, let's play our land and just pass. What is this? When he enters the battlefield, shield counter. You may look at the top card, you may cast spells by removing counter. Okay. Ah, there we go. Broker's Ascendancy, that will get negated. I love negate in standard right now, it is so good. Yep, Prosperous Innkeeper. So it definitely is kind of a life gain. I'm guessing Falco Spara is kind of the big hitter in the deck. Yep, won't swing in, go to my turn, cool. Does become day. That's alright. Let's go ahead and just swing in for one. So we can draw anything worthwhile. Another land. Yeah, maybe 22 is better. Probably take one out after this game and just see how it goes. But alright, let's go ahead and throw down the other Suspicious Stowaway. We can still slip out back and test the talents. And I think we just end turn. We're doing fine now. I doubt that they have much board wipes, just because they are a creature-based deck here. One card in hand. They could have a Depopulate. I could see where that would make sense with like multicolored creatures. Okay. And I'm guessing not going to swing in again. Yep. Alright, we'll go to our turn. Get a Fading Hope. It's pretty good. Just go and swing it with the unblockables. See if we can win it that way. Draw two cards. Not bad at all. Another Suspicious Away and another negate. Yep, we'll play Suspicious Away, hold up these guys, and pass the turn. Another land. So it is going to stay night here. So we got 6 damage. We can negate that. I think we just got it here. We can add a counter to go 7 damage. And then they would have to double block these guys, kill the Inspiring, kill one of our guys, and take a counter off of Falco Spara. We can actually Fading Hope it back to the hand and win next turn. Okay, we will Fading Hope Falco Spara. It doesn't have flash, so they can't flash it out. And then 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 should be lethal next turn. Okay, Syncopate, just in case. We'll go ahead and swing out. Do we have it? Do we have it, Mr. Opponent? I think we do. Yeah, we do. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom! Alright, nice little win there. Not bad at all. Opponent goes first again, and we only have 1 mana this time. We drew into a bunch last time. We have a turn 1 play. We can draw. I say we keep this. Yeah, we have a pretty decent curve as long as we get the mana. Oh, I guess we're mulliganing. That was pretty dumb, but this is actually better. I don't have a problem with this, so we'll throw a land down. And your go, opponent. Alright, we'll pass. I guess the game's got our back. If you didn't know, I was kind of spam clicking right where the mulligan button was, so that's why I did that. Playing, I believe that's Grixis. So they have a kill spell, and we can't quite protect yet. So we go Delver of Secrets. Tainted Indulgence. Yep, can't counter it. That's fine. Discard a Meat Hook. Okay, I bet you they have another Meat Hook in there. We'll just go ahead and pass turn. Usually I wouldn't discard a Sweeper unless we have another one, but who knows. Yep, Fable, that's good. Wish I could syncopate it, but I can't. We could Fading Hope the token back. I think that's probably the play. See what we scry, security, we'd rather have a land, right? Yeah. Alright, and it is a land, cool. So we go ahead and play this. I say we get down... Actually, I'd rather kind of hold up the Syncopate. Let's just go ahead and pass. Hold up the Syncopate and then search for the Count's Castle. aka Thirst for Discovery, if we can. Discarded Jin. Okay, so I bet you this is Graveyard Recursion. Okay. And just pass turn. Alright, we will search. Let's see if it gets countered. Get out of Omnixilus in there. Maestro's Charm. Okay. Alright, draw 3, and we will go ahead and just... These are all really good cards. I think we'll draw into another land, so let's go ahead and just discard a land. And it's not a land. So I think we just hold up the negates here. Pass. They're getting into kind of a scary territory here. They can play some big stuff, so... Let's just hold this up. Another Xander's Lounge. Can't swing in anyway, so I'll just go to my turn, and we get a land. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and play our Suspicious Stowaway. Get our day and night cycle thing working. We have Swirling Mist if we need it. We have Negates. So we're not doing too bad. And I didn't take out a land, by the way, so we're running 23 still. And Invoke Despair. Yep, that's going to get negated. That is why we love negates. I'm sure they got another one of those in there. No blocks. And cool. We have Ascendant Spirits. We have a bunch of protection. I have a feeling they're going to double spell next turn. But let's go ahead and swing in to see what we can get. Ascendant Spirit. We just discard that, and let's just go ahead and pass. Let's let it go to nighttime. Let's see if they can double spell. We have good counter spells, so... Another Invoke Despair. Yep, negate that. Poor opponent, man. Okay, just one spell, it looks like. Can we take 2? Yep. Cool, cool. Go to my turn. Get a land. Let's go ahead and swing in first. Draw another Suspicious Stowaway. So I think we definitely play this. And hold up like Test of Talents, Syncopate. Or March of Swirling Mist. Probably gonna be Meat Hook here. Yep. So we will march to... Yeah, I don't think there's really a reason to... It costs 2 less to cast for each card. So we can hold up like a Syncopate if they tap out. I think we do go ahead and exile an Ascendant Spirit, and then these two phase out. We also have Test of Talent, so let that resolve, and the opponent scoops, sweet. We had all the answers there. I like seeing that. Like the negates and everything really came in clutch when they had them. Stop the Invoke Despairs. I'm still curious what they were playing. It looks kind of just like a Grixis, Big Stuffs, maybe Graveyard Recursion deck. I'm not sure. Cool. Let's go ahead and keep winning. Up against Karn, but he doesn't have the Karn avatar. Interesting. This is a good hand. Turn 1, turn 2, and counter magic. So we'll go ahead and Delver Secrets pass. I love these sleeves. Good old doggo. Okay, white, green. I have a feeling this is going to be Naya runes. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. That's what I love about Fairy Vandal too, is its flash ability. It's really good. Okay, that is an enchantment creature, so it still could be runes. This gets flying if we get something off the top. So I say we let it resolve. We'll go ahead and play Fairy Vandal. And we get something off the top, and we'll reveal that. And we got quite a bit of damage here, so we will play Steel Covered Island, go to combat, swing in, down to 16, and hold these up. Probably a Jukai Naturalist here. Yep, Generous Visitor, so it is enchantments. We can't syncopate that, that's fine. Spirited Companion, that's good. And they put it on itself, that's not really smart. I don't really want that to resolve, so I'm going to... I guess I'll let the counter resolve and then counter that for 1. Then we can Fading Hope the Generous Visitor and Scry. Okay, down to 19, no problem. Fading Hope the Generous Visitor. And we don't want the lands. And the security bypass is pretty good here, so we'll put that one on Fairy Vandal. So it can get bigger and bigger as we draw cards. Go to combat, swing all in. And it's a land. So we'll just hold up March here and pass. I don't think enchantments really has that many good removal spells. Hallowed Haunting. Yep, that's pretty good. Create some spirits and stuff. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, that's good. Okay, no big deal. So we're going to be bringing them down to probably 7 next turn. Ascendant Spirit's good. Let's go ahead and swing in. Okay, we get a Syncopate. I doubt they have board wipes. Do we really need to keep the Syncopate? I'd almost rather have March, and then we can play it on their guys, and we win it next turn. So I think we discard Ascendant, just so we can have it just in case. We have 7 damage, and we have March. I think we got it. I don't think that they can borrow time. Okay. So it's not a flying spirit. No, okay. I think we still got it. We can syncopate this for 3. I think I'd rather do March. So we'll let it enter, we'll have it target, and then we'll March a Swirling Mist for 3. Submit 0. Boom, what you gonna do about that, opponent? So I think we got it. Unless they can cast a flyer, which... I think they're just kind of playing, like, enchantment spirits, and there we go. Yep, we take the win. Sweet. Slowly climbing in the ranks. And doing pretty good. Let's keep it up. Alrighty, we have a turn 2 play, March. A little bit of counter magic. I say we keep this still. It's not as fast as we'd really like it, but... I think that's okay. I've never seen these sleeves before. That's kind of cool. Yep, we'll go ahead and pass. See what we're up against here. Blue, lovely, alright. Pass to our turn. Let's go Suspicious Stowaway. Day and Night's really good against any type of maybe slow control deck. Probably because they're, you know, they're not going to be playing spells during the turn. It is Azorius. So I say we play the land here just in case they have some sort of target spell. Let's go ahead and swing in. Okay. The negate's great. I could have played Fairy Vandal and gotten the counter, but I think that we just hold up the counter spell here and then flash in Fairy Vandal next turn. See what they got. I'm surprised they don't have like Faithful Mending or even like Foretelling Beholden Multiverse. Alright, we will flash out Fairy Vandal. So we don't have negate. They could counter this. And they don't. Okay. Yep, we'll go to my turn. Cool. We get another March. These are really good cards against Azorius. Let's go ahead and just swing in. I mean, again, we could have bypassed onto, you know, Vandal or Thief Bearing, but we just need to hold up any type of counter spells against these guys. Alright, draw a card. Cool, cool. What would be sweet is if this had first strike, draw the card, then hit in for the 2. And I almost wish I had more lands here. Alright. We're in it for the long haul, man. Magma Opus. Okay, so it's Jeskai. It's gonna be Jeskai Hinata. That's just an ability, so we can't counter it. So we will go to our turn, or go to their turn. And they scoop. Okay. So I'm assuming they didn't get red mana there. And I think they just knew we had it, so cool. Pretty easy match. Alrighty, up against the good old Chandra avatar. That is not great to see, but this is a pretty good hand here. We got a good amount of land. I'm hoping we don't draw into much more. But I love having Ascendant Spirit in the starting hand because it's so versatile based on, you know, what the opponent is playing, and it gives you options. You can pass the turn, hold up a counter spell, and then you can, you know, level this up. So it's probably going to be Boros Burn here. Which means this is going to die next turn if we level up. So I think we just swing in here. Don't level it up. Hold up the Syncopate or the Fading Hope. Okay, Kumano. Let's see the white mana. Yep. Ah, Patchwork Automaton. Okay. We will Syncopate that. For 1. Cool. So they waste a turn there. We have Fairy Vandal and Fading Hope. I think we level it up now. We gotta have a Royal Eruption in there somewhere, but if it, you know, if it comes to it, we can always Fading Hope. We will pass. They get themselves a good old Hasty Boy. Tommy's Flare. Cool. Okay, so I think they have the 1 mana burn for 2 or 4. I guess probably Dueling Rapier. This is weird. I've never really seen this combo. I feel like they're just kind of throwing stuff in there. This reminds me of, you know, going with the Goblin that kind of burns for however much its power is. So I think we might just pass here and go Fairy Vandal and hope we draw into maybe like a Thirst for Discovery. Or we could do this. We could do this and then level it up. Or not, depending what they play. I think that's definitely the play here, so we'll go ahead and pass. Not drawn into many good things here. Could be worse, though. Okay, Rabbit Battery. Yeah, so this almost looks like artifacts. with the Patchwork Automaton. Yep, Iron Apprentice, cool, let that resolve. And I think we just take the 5 here. Oh, that could be worse. Okay. Sheesh. 10 damage. So they get that triggered twice. I don't think this guy's good enough to keep it alive. We could do 2 and then 3 next turn, make it a 4/4. I think we just block the 6 here. Yeah, we have to block the 6. Or we could flash in a fairy and then kill. Yeah, so we're going to flash this in. Kill the etching. Chump block there. Oh, it's a 1/2. I don't know why I thought it was a 2/3. Misplay. Or just Soaring the Mist keeps us alive for a little bit. This does become a pretty good creature. Man, I can't believe we're about to lose this thing. Okay, we will march for 3. And do they have like Showdown of the Scalds? No, okay. Delver's Secrets isn't bad. We can flash in Fairy Vandal. They're not going to get it buffed again. So we'll pass turn. We can take some hits here. This is going to have Summoning Sickness. Another Kumano. I think we can definitely come back from this. We need to draw into March again. And, you know, a little bit of better card draw here. Yeah. Oh, I guess that gives it haste. That's smart. I don't know if we win this. So we flash this guy in, block Iron, and take 11. Die to a Royal Eruption. Nope, we definitely block here. Go down to 10. Put its counters onto Etching. Suspicious Stowaway is definitely not that great. Last turn. So this is definitely where the deck has its downside. You know, when you're behind, there's not really, you know, board wipes that you can play. So like the mono blue isn't the best. I would say maybe we could play Azorius. We have gotten 4 wins so far, so it could be worse. Oh, we're taking... Yeah. I think with that it's just over. We'll block. We'll see what we draw. I think March doesn't even save us, though. And they got something there. Okay, it's just a land. Yep, and that's game. Dang. Yep, I got out Boros, out aggroed. Alrighty, here we go. So we got some counter spells this time. We got a turn 1 Fading Hope if we need it. So I think we'll keep this again. Against Chilly Breezy, something we don't get here in my state. Opponent mulligans. Okay. Island and pass. Come on, give us something to Fading Hope. Playing black and swamp, so it's definitely, and snow, so it's definitely going to be Blood in the Snow deck, which is, our negates are awesome against Blood in the Snow. We're just running the Mist, I think that we draw it. It's good against Blood in the Snow. We don't really need another land quite yet, so we'll play Stowaway. Get the day-night going. They're going to replay the Shamligast here. Or they could Blood Chief's Thirst. I'm sure they had Shambling and Deadly Dispute. Okay. Go ahead and swing in. I think we hold up the negate here. Syncopate is okay. We don't really have the mana for it. Test of Talents is amazing against Blood in the Snow. I think we go ahead and discard Syncopate. And I think we just let it go Knight. Thing is though, I think they're going to play 2 spells on their turn anyway. So let's go ahead and play our Suspicious. I think it's going to be Shambling Gastier, swing it with Tenacious, and then Deadly Dispute. Okay, just swing in for 3. Maybe just 1 spell. Or just the Deadly Dispute on this guy. Maybe Village Rites. If that's even standard anymore. Meat Hook. Did not think about that one. So that's where like keeping up the negate would have been the better play. That might just cost us the game there. Alright, we'll play Ascendant Spirit. We gotta get something out there. We'll go ahead and pass. We can march if we have to. We really just need to get land here. Can't keep running off of 2. Okay, they're 2 mana away from Blood on the Snow. Don't really have anything good in graveyards anyway. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the 3. Yep, Shambling Gas is okay. Do they have the Deadly Dispute? Shakedown. Alright. Okay, we get the lands. All of this is good against the non-creatures. We could march. We could level this up. We could just take 9, or we could let them draw. I think we just let them draw here. And then we take our turn. We take their turn to level this up to 2. And then we'll just go from there. So we'll pass. This can get big. It does get a 6/6 and draws cards. Not terrible. It is nighttime. Yeah, this is a rough one. I think it's almost a must keeping a hand with a turn 1 play. I think we missed the turn 1 here. We couldn't, yeah, we could have marched before, but I think we just need this for... We'll take action. Let them draw. We could level this up and kill Shambling Ghast. They have 5 mana, so they're almost on Blood of the Snow. We're going to have to keep up that negate. But they're not there quite yet, so I think we level this up. Can they kill it with something instant speed? Yep, Infernal Grasp. We could march. Keep it alive. Discard like test. Probably just discard a negate. So we'll do pay 2. Discard a negate. And we'll do... So this one would phase out to their next turn. I think we just have this one phase out. And then, yeah, that doesn't trigger. Okay. Well, we get a land here. That's not bad. We can level it up and negate the Blood in the Snow. If we even want to. I mean, they're going to return probably the Shakedown. Yeah, we'll just pass. I think we just negate it, level this up, let them draw. That's fine. Shakedown Heavy is such a good card, man. It's a 6/4, 3-mana spell that draws you cards, has Menace. So good. I haven't played with this card enough. I gotta play with that thing. Okay, they swing in, we'll let that resolve, and we'll take action. So you get to draw. Did they get the Blood in the Snow or the land that they needed? Let's go to blocks first. I'll block there. Level it up. Okay, they have nothing this time. Go down to 10. We kill the Shambling Ghast. They create a treasure, so that gives them the Blood in the Snow. But we can still negate it. Invoke Despair. That is a no-go for me, Chief. And I still got something with the 1 mana left. Could be a duress. Perfect. It's a blood cheese. Dang. Opponent had it all. Ascendant Spirits. We can let them draw again. We can test the talents, whatever they got. We just gotta pass. Hope we keep drawing the good stuff. This game's probably over. We haven't done any damage to the opponent. They've done a lot to us. I mean, we have tested talents, which isn't really good against any creatures. I think it's done. But I think we'll play it out. We'll see how this goes. They have a second meat hook, maybe? Yep, we'll let that happen. Take action. Take the 3. Be a Deadly Dispute on Tenacious Underdog here. Body Launderer. It's a good card. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies. Okay, that's pretty good with Blood in the Snow. So we'll level up the Ascendant Spirit. We get a Delver, so another blocker. So we can throw this down, level this up next turn, have it go to 4/4 block Tenacious Underdog. Body Launderer connives, and then when he dies. Okay. So no attacks. We'll keep letting him draw. We might be able to come back from this if we draw like a March, which I think we have 3 in the deck. We only found 1 so far. Go to attackers. We will remove him. I think we got a block here. Block Delver. It's a body. Yeah, they're just gonna wait till we level it up. Yeah, I think it's over. Well, we could block the Delver of Secrets, or we could test of Talents that. That's not really that good. That doesn't really win them the game. No! Oh my goodness. That was great. I think we lost it anyway, unless this is a March that we draw. If it is, that's gonna suck. But yeah, Wedding Announcement, they just had us. Okay, it's a land anyway. We'll just say good game and scoop. Oh my goodness. They create like a montage of all my worst plays like that. That was great. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. There was the blue bypass deck, and we won 4 of our games and lost 2 today. So it definitely didn't do too bad. I would say that this is actually pretty good against aggro decks because you get out small creatures at the beginning to kind of block their small guys. The hardest part is really just dodging like mass removal. I would say that mass removal to me is really like 2 Royal Eruptions, or you know, to deal this much damage to a creature, because I can counter one of them but I can't always counter the second one. So you know, the deck is good for that. I'd say maybe find a way to get like hexproofing spells. I know that there are some, I just didn't really throw them in as I was thinking about creating the deck. So I think hexproofing spells would actually be really good. I think Slip Out Back is a pretty solid card just in the deck itself, and March of Swirling Mist. Fading Hope is good, but maybe we need to throw something else in there that allows us to, yet again, protect our creatures, or maybe just take it all together and just play full counter spells. I'm not really sure. Let me know what you guys thought about the deck and how it did today. And then, of course, if you guys did want to see the full deck list, I will have a link in the description to my Ether Hub. If you did just so happen to enjoy the video, go ahead and give the video a like and subscribe. It'd be awesome. Lots more content to come out soon. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. You have a freaking fantastic day.